Hey guys, it is Monday morning, March 22nd. This morning they're actually going to start digging the pit at the heifer barn building site. So I'm going to head back there right now. We'll see how they're coming along with that. There's just going to be a pit under the front of the barn, just the scrape alley. It's 12 feet wide, and then the whole length of the barn is 142 feet by 12 and 10 feet deep. So it's going to start right in this area and then just be a long slim pit the whole way out there. Just working at laying the building out right now before they start digging. So he uses GPS to lay out the corners. Now we're just painting lines so they know where to dig. They're just figuring out the placement exactly, and then they're gonna get started digging soon. We'll come back and film that once they're digging. What do you think of this weather, Dad?
Oh, this is perfect. Florida was nice, but not too much beats this.
Yeah, 80 degrees is almost too warm, I'd say.
Except that it was low humidity. That was,
yeah, sure felt good.
and with a nice breeze.
So last fall we had replaced all the water beds in our first group of cows. Put the Easy Fix flex stalls and mattresses in. So we're actually gonna put another group of those in this week, but this time we're gonna try and see if we can save our water beds. It's just gonna be a little bit of a process to figure out how to get the water out of them, and it'll make a little more work, but hopefully be worth it. So each bed has a plug that holds the water in. What size is that?
7/16. Yeah, with an impact.
When we put the new stalls in the first group, we decided not to save the water beds, just cut them open and tore them out. And that was a little bit easier, but these water beds in this group are a couple years newer.
I think that's the right size. Yeah.
There you go. There comes the water.
You coming?
Yeah. So I guess once the cows lay on it, it'll force it out. These water beds have done pretty well for us. We've had issues with wood shavings working its way underneath them. And there's about 4+ inches of shavings in, which is really hurting the comfort. The crew is coming on Wednesday to put the stalls in, so we just wanted to make sure we had a plan. We're not gonna open them all up today. Tomorrow we'll go through and take all the plugs out, and then the cows will lay on them and force the water out. Rather not go longer than we have to with water beds with no water. We'll come back to this tomorrow. We might reuse the water beds, put them in our dry cow barn. We have to have something in them to seal them up so the shavings can't get underneath again. Or we could sell them too, so we'll at least have options. I'll check back in with the digging in a little bit. Well, there's a cow and a couple calves we need to haul to the sale barn. Now we got one cow, she's in the special needs pen. Right there. She's gonna be sold today. And then there's 2 bull calves. I'll let Dad take those over. The cow's going for beef, and then the calves are sold to farmers that raise them for meat as well. Tanner's here scraping the heifer barn today. It's a job that's not going to be around too much longer. My dad said this morning that the Triticale silo stopped coming right as he was getting done. It's this one right here. So I'll climb up there and probably need to move the unloader down. They stopped digging because I guess their laser broke or it wasn't working right, so they had to go get another one. Okay, so that's not supposed to happen. Power cord goes up and a bunch of it started catching on there and made a big pile up. I don't think that's why it stopped coming, but it's not supposed to be happening. Yep, I guess they started digging again. Feed had just started landing in this area and building up in this cord. I found that if I just put it in and fold it underneath this latch, keeps that from happening. But that's not why it was stopping this morning. I had to go up and move the unloader. This silo is getting empty. The roof of the feed room is right there, and the feed's just about even with it. So we have about 8 feet or so of feed left in the silo. I'm gonna drop this chute down. I might be able to go 2 doors down to right there. This silo feeds off the top, and as it goes down, it's hanging on these cables. As it feeds out, we have to keep moving that chute down each door. Just have an auger that pulls the feed into the center of the unloader, and then this fan just blows it out, shoots it out the door. Got it down level now. I got the power cord moved down and plugged in. Should run now. So it'll just shoot the feed right out this door and drop it down into the conveyor. Some dust on me now. It's great. The new barn's gonna be pretty much level with the floor of this building, just a little bit lower than this one. So right now it really drops down there. The new barn's gonna be up pretty good. So the pit's actually not that deep at this end of the building. It's about 4 feet or something that they have to dig, even though it's a 10-foot pit. Once they get up towards that end of the building, they'll have to dig more out because the dirt kind of slopes up there. They got their lasers set up and they have to check the depth pretty often. That skid loader is similar to ours, except it's got tracks on it. This is a situation where tracks make sense with the dirt work. But I had some people asking why we don't have a track skid loader. We pretty much always run on hard surfaces, concrete, stone driveways. So there's really no reason for us to have tracks. Tracks are just more expensive when they wear out, and it's a lot more moving parts. I think they also ride a bit rougher. I've never actually driven one. I need to grease our skid loader, that's why I brought it in the shop. Why does it feel like I run out of grease every time I use this thing? was saying some of this fill's a little bit wet. Kind of spreading it out to get it to dry out. Told me to go hook up our disc. We can run our disc over it then to stir it up a little bit, and then the sun can dry it more. Our old disc is sitting up on the other side of the 7250. So we'll use this tractor. I'll have to take it off the spreader. I have not hooked up this disc in quite a while. When I was a kid, we would use this disc a lot. We used to chisel plow all our ground and then hay with the disc, and then a field cultivator, and then plant. Now we're just no-tilling, so it's a lot simpler. Still holding air. Let's put a little air in those tires and then we'll be ready to go. Doesn't look healthy. Just trying to break up some of the clumps and stir it up so the sun can dry it better. This stuff's a little sticky. I did get a little bit. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. I don't think I got too deep there.
No, I think.
All right. Well, that was pretty cool. Would have taken me a little longer to get comfortable with it, but definitely fun. My dad just went and got some skid loader tires. Some of you were noticing that these are getting a little bald. They just finished up for the day. Looks like the pit's completely dug. I'd say they dug a good 10 feet from the surface at this point, close to it. That end was about 5 feet. They were saying that the concrete crews plan to come Wednesday, so they'll pour the floor first. Tomorrow the engineer will come and inspect it. I think they have a rock or two they need to break out the other end, and then they'll put stones in the bottom at some point. All right, thanks for watching this video. I'll definitely keep filming what's going on this week. Hopefully we can get this pit put in. See you guys.